What's up, my pickles and picklets? It's spontaneous pickle this time. See, today I'm saying spontaneous. Well, I just said spontaneously. I meant to say spontaneous pickle, and I finally almost had it right. But of course, I had to ruin it. So, before we get started today, we are doing a review. My predictions. I'm sorry, my predictions and highlights for Crown Jewel 2023. By the way, before we even start the video, since there's a cool feature now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I don't know if those buttons lit up, but I kind of want to hope they do. If you're not subscribed or you don't like it, I'm not sure. But let me know. This is on PC apparently, so there's a lot of people are talking about in the beginning of the video. So I don't like to ask you in the beginning, but I figured, what the heck, why not? Now we're going to get started with the review. So for starters, we're going to start off with the match between, this is actually going to be the pre-show, which apparently they brought back. I actually thought that was something that Triple H didn't want to do, so it's quite surprising to see it back. It's going to be J.D. McDonough Chicken Nuggets versus Sami Zayn. Now, this match is a little bit harder to predict than some of the other ones, and particularly one of the reasons why I think it's a little bit harder to predict than some of the other ones is because, hold on. One of the reasons I think this match is a little bit harder to predict than some of the other ones is because Sami Zayn can lose and he can eat a loss and it works. And then JD McDonough, well, he's also kind of eating a loss too. Like, they've both been eating a lot of losses. But if I had to choose between the two, I'm going to say it's JD McDonough, only because I think that, you know, if he could use the win more than Sami Zayn, because Sami Zayn can survive with the loss, unfortunately, if that makes any sense. But if JD McDonough is trying to get to Judgment Day, and the whole story that we all know is going to be playing out is where Priest getting kicked out and him getting in, if I were a betting pickle, I would say that, I don't want JD McDonough in Judgment Day. I'd rather keep Priest, because Priest seems more effective. You know what I mean? JD is just losing his matches. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like JD really has, like, what's needed. So I think they need to start making him look a little bit strong. He gets some good matches, by the way, but just he needs to look strong. Because, you know, in the end, people see the results on the card, not all the other stuff, right? So, yeah, I think that JD's going to need to win this one. So I'm going to go with JD. Next up, we have the match between John Cena and Solo Sikoa. Now, this is another slightly unpredictable match, but I do believe that whilst I think Solo can definitely get a real big push from this, I do think that it's going to actually go in Cena's way. I don't think that they prefaced this match with Cena talking about how he hasn't won. I think it's like, what is this, 2018 for that long? So I do think that Cena needs this win. He doesn't really need it because he technically isn't really a full-time wrestler anymore, right? But the thing is that for reputation and the way they built it up, I believe that this match is going to go to Cena. And I don't think it's going to push anything forward with the Bloodline story when it comes to Solo Sikoa losing. Maybe Roman Reigns will be mad, but I don't think it's going to actually push. Maybe it might be the catalyst. Because with Triple H, as we all know, there's that long-term storytelling, and sometimes it's a little bit too long. Don't get me wrong, I like the long-term, but I think that Triple H should be a little bit more variant. Some stories can happen faster, some stories can happen slower. But that's just my opinion. Next up, we have the match between Cody Rhodes and Damian Priest. Now, I would typically argue that this would be hard to predict because Damian Priest does have the Money in the Bank contract, but and he's a tag team champion, right? The Universal, right? However, if you look at the women's division, I mean, like, if you saw SmackDown, for instance, Charlotte Flair, once she got into that match yesterday, she just dominated both the tag teams. You know, she dominated Pepper Niven and Chelsea Green. So it kind of makes it seem like, okay, a tag team wrestler isn't as strong. Tag team wrestlers aren't as powerful as, say, not to sound like an anime, like powerful, but as powerful as like a singles title contender typically, right? And Cody Rhodes has been on a hot streak. I think they're probably going to keep him winning unless someone else sees the pin like Jay did for their tag team loss. I think Cody Rhodes is going to win this match. I don't think there's going to be any shenanigans to help him win besides maybe Jay stopping the Judgment Day. But I do think that Cody Rhodes is going to win this one. As far as if they're going to push the story mode, the story with Priest and the situation with the Judgment Day, there have been some previews of that or hints of it, but I don't really see it happening this time, if that makes any sense. No, but I gotta sneeze. Oh my god. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. I'm a little bit under the weather, guys, so I do apologize. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Anyway, I'm gonna try to keep this uncut, by the way, so if you hear me sniffing, you know, that's fine. It is what it is. But yes, I do see Priest not winning this match. I do see Cody winning. I just think it's better that way. Next up, we have we have Bianca Belair versus Io Sky. Now, this match is hard. Now, I was originally going to say that Bianca Belair was going to win, but she had a match with Bayley on SmackDown, and I think that it's always typically wrong to just have somebody lose a match as soon as they come back. However, what Bayley did on SmackDown was jokingly saying that, oh, maybe I can fight you for the championship, Io, like jokingly saying. So I think that they are finally going to maybe. I don't think they're going to pull the trigger on the storyline, but I do think they're going to start pushing it forward. However, I'm sure in Bailey's case, it's in her best interest to keep Io as champion. My impression is that maybe just the way they project them, and this is not Io's fault. Again, I think Io's an amazing competitor, but I do think the way WWE projects her, she still seems like a lackey more than a champion. So I think Bailey might feel she has a better chance to beat Io than Bianca Belair. So I think that she will help Io win this match, and then we shall start, like, they may hopefully push the story a little bit further. But the point is that Triple H, come on, man, push the stories a little bit. Like, we can't have every story last 2-3 years. Like, they can't be in this, oh, we're not friends. Like, the minute that Io handcuffs me to the ladder, I would have been like, all right, that's it. You took my chances away, even though barely started it. But you know what I mean? That's just how we need to push these stories, some of the stories a little bit faster. Some should be long, yes, but other ones should be a lot more faster. So I do think that this story is kind of running its course already, and I think that they need to push forward. And I think that it benefits both competitors more if Bianca Belair actually loses, because Belair seems to be I don't know if it's a heel turn. She might be more of a rough face. And I'm sorry about the last match. I really didn't have much to say about it because I think Cody's on his way to WrestleMania with Roman Reigns, and I think Priest is just gonna cash in on Seth or McIntyre, which I'll get into that a little bit later on. But I feel like Cody's story is not going to play out tonight, so that's why I think it's more relevant to focus on him for that one. Just wanted to make that clear. But anyway, since Bianca Belair is on kind of a mean streak, I think that that's going to be her kind of like encouragement to move more to like a meaner direction, if that makes any sense. And then Io Sky, she's got like a story with Bailey, so I think that that's going to be playing out. So I think that it benefits that both those stories to win more. By the way, I don't necessarily like and agree with all. I do some things in some cases is okay. I think this is one of those cases, but I don't think that every case somebody's championship victory should be dependent on someone's like title reign, like their story, because I don't like that. I think the title should change hands whether it's story or not, and we'll get into that a little bit later on with Roman Reigns, obviously. Next up, we had the singles match for the singles match. It is a singles match, but yeah, the match between Rey Mysterio and Logan Paul for the United States Championship. I was gonna say heavyweight championship. Gunther's got me saying that now, which, by the way, I don't think he's in this pay-per-view, ironically enough. But it's not needed. It seems like he's doing a lot of championship defenses on Raw, so let him have a day off. But he puts on bangers every time, so I kind of wanted to see him in this. And it seems like they're treating this pay-per-view like a WrestleMania, as everybody's been saying. And I've been kind of noticing those vibes, which I'll get into a little bit more later on. But with this match, I don't think Rey's gonna win. I think that it might be time to let Logan Paul win. They had the Hispanic champion like they planned, and I think that was wonderful. But I don't know, like I don't feel like Rey's reign has also elevated the title in any way either, to be honest with you. And I think that Logan Paul, he might elevate it more and bring more attention to the product, I think, because obviously he does all the other stuff as well, and it'd be cool to see him at his if he still does. I don't really pay attention to him too much out of WWE, to be honest with you. But if he goes on his impulsive show with the title sitting there, that would be kind of cool. I just think that it benefits everybody more if Logan Paul has it. And then also, I don't know what they're gonna do with the Santos Escobar turn. I see that they've been playing things, because I don't know if you noticed, like a couple of weeks ago. That's how I'm doing my reviews as low key, is like talking about like a few weeks ago in between when Ray didn't come out to help him, but everybody else did from LWO. Santos Escobar was like giving him the stare down. He was staring him down. He was not happy with it. So I definitely think that's something that they're gonna play into soon. But I really still think it's kind of like in bad taste to break up the faction or have a heel turn or whatever. Right when Carlito just joined, we haven't even got Carlito to like fully part of the faction yet, besides a couple of weeks. So I do kind of hope they let that go and like maybe just do something completely different. Also, I think it's nice to see Santos as a face, because when I first saw him come, I only saw him in SmackDown when he first arrived. He seems like he's been doing heels for years. I could be wrong. You guys let me know in the comments down below. But I just feel like it's been nice to see him a face for a little bit. Again, I think that everybody always gets so, you ever know, it's like all the time, oh, heel turn, yeah. Face turn, I don't know. I understand we might have a lot of faces, some people say, but I think that I don't like this or like one or the other. I think that we had to have one and the other, like combination of both happening. We can't just have everybody turning heel and everybody's, oh yeah, great heel turn, or everybody turning face, like, oh boo, face turn. Like actually, I think the Miz, I'd like to see him turn face, but on Monday, by the way, and that was kind of interesting. And I think that it's time to give him a different direction as well. But anyway, I'm rambling on a completely different topic. I should probably put that at the end of the video. But I do think that Logan Paul, but I'm kind of doing this all in one video because I don't really do a lot of reviews anymore, just because it's easier on me. Because my goodness, I would have had a busy schedule. I would have been just doing the SmackDown, like not even reviews, still watching and taking notes and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, Logan Paul for the championship. Next up, we have the Fatal 5-Way for the Women's World Championship, which is Rhea Ripley, Nia Jax, Raquel Rodriguez, Shayna Baszler, and Zoe Stark. Now, there are a couple of things I do think. there are people who I do think that will win and people I know won't win. I think that Nia Jax could win, Rhea Ripley could win, and Shayna Baszler could win. I don't see Zoe Stark winning, though she could be the wild card. Let me just make sure I'm still recording. Hold on, guys. I'm pressing buttons on my thing. Okay. And I do think that I don't see Raquel Rodriguez winning. She has been getting her butt handed to her every single time. Like every couple they've had, like she looks strong for a bit, but she's usually the first one taken out. And it's not making her look strong, so I wouldn't really. I'm not saying that she can't win, but I wouldn't find it believable. I do think overall it's gonna go to Rhea. Secondaries, Nia, but I do think it's gonna be Rhea though. I think that Rhea might be a better choice to win, and then maybe Nia might have a fight with like I don't know if they're gonna do a lot of people. I've been seeing even speculations about her fighting Jade Cargill, but I don't know. I think Jade Cargill needs to work do some more fights first. I haven't seen her in the ring, but I've been hearing a lot of people saying she's not like fully ready for like somebody who's dangerous like Nia. So maybe we should probably let her fight other red talents first and build her up first. But yeah, I do think Rhea Ripley's gonna win. I don't really see any point to making her lose this match. She's got a great momentum. Yeah, a little bit like too much with the Judgment Day stuff and not enough title defenses, but I just don't see it benefiting for anybody else to win. It would be nice to see, of course. I would love to see Shayna Baszler get that push that they just started, and also once Nia Jax came, that was it right at the end of that. But I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna go with Rhea Ripley all the way, including like any other predictions. Next up, we have the singles match, the World Heavyweight Championship match between Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins. Now, this one's a little bit of a wild card. I do believe that Drew has a better chance of winning, so I'm going with Drew. However, there's one possibility that Drew could have this could have been a part of the plan, and Drew softened up Seth, and then Priest cashes in while Drew walks off. That's another thing. That's a more bizarre prediction I'm making, but I think realistically what's going to happen is McIntyre is going to just win, and then that's going to maybe give Priest an opportunity, I guess, or something. I don't know, but then it's like I don't know. It's hard. It really is hard because I do think McIntyre's gonna. I don't think Seth is walking out with this title. That's for sure. I don't think he's gonna walk out with this title no matter what. I do believe that there's gonna be a play-in with Priest's cash in, but I don't know exactly what it's gonna be, which is kind of cool. I like it, like I said, when I don't know, but I don't see. I do believe that Drew is more likely to make a deal with Judgment Day than Seth. I would be surprised if Seth did. And you know what, WWE, there's nothing wrong with surprising us and making a face work with the heels. I mean, that would be really cool, you know? Like APA style from back in the day where even the face and the heels would hire him. And it was like they indiscriminately beat somebody up, which was really cool. Last up, we had the match for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship between Roman Reigns and LA Knight. Now, I just think Roman Reigns is going to win again. We know that they got the whole thing with Cody finishing the story, which I do think that's great. Which I liked how LA Knight kind of mentioned that earlier in the story. He's like, I'm not here to finish something, you know, or he's like, he's trying to build something. Now, I think what WWE should do is like, there's not even no, like this doesn't really have a lot of bizarre predictions. I just think LA Knight's going to lose and that's it. And that's going to be it for that. And however, I do strongly believe that they should let LA Knight win this because I'm hearing that Reigns is not even going to be for SummerSlam. Like, what happened to him coming to the Big Four? You know, not even that. Not SummerSlam, Survivor Series. What is up with that? So, I just think that what they really should do is, and it's not because we're playing, fan favorites, let's give the fans what they want, but I just think in this case, like, sometimes it's nice to do that, yeah, but I think that it would be nice to just give a title change and surprise everyone and maybe let Reigns win it at the Royal Rumble or pay-per-view between then. Like, you know, LA Knight doesn't need a long reign, but I think it would be nice to give that, like, title change and, like, stop doing it for the records. Because I think that if we break every single record in 1 year, it doesn't make Triple H's running the show look good. It makes it look even more, like, unrealistic, if that makes any sense. Because realistically, right, not everybody's going to be breaking records. I just think that that's silly, you know, that this doesn't make sense. And we don't need Reigns to break other people's records. I don't know if you broke Hogan's yet, but like no matter what you think about Hogan, whether you like him or not, you know, I respect his wrestling ability. Outside, I'm not really so huge on him, but I don't think we need to break his record just for that. Like, I want to see somebody who wrestles often break their record. This title just feels so vacant to me, you know, and it just feels like, what are the people on SmackDown even there for? It's like we're doing everything at Roman Reigns' behest, and I don't like that. I think it's time to take that title off of him. Let's win outside for a couple of months. He can win it back and let Cody win. Because I don't think Cody's gonna have like a long reign. I think Cody's gonna maybe be a 6-month reign at most, which I think would be a perfect sign. Like let him hold on to the title for a bit, let him defend it like every month, or like out of the 6 months, maybe 3 to 4 out of the 6 months. Because I don't think even with Reigns, I don't think he has to defend it every month, but he hasn't even defended it once every other month. Like, you know, that's the problem. And he hasn't even been on TV. And, you know, like, we need to stop having, like non-active wrestlers as champions. I just think that that really hurts more. Like if I was a WWE wrestler, right, I wouldn't be motivated to go for the title. It's like, what's the point? Like I'm like, can you please put me on Raw? Please put me on Raw. Even though like I think that yes, that title has more prestige, the WWE Universal Championship for many reasons, but it's like I want to fight for something and win something. I like not like give me a participation trophy or anything, but I want to fight for something that I can win. Do everything I'm doing on SmackDown doesn't matter because I have to wait for Roman Reigns to come in. In some ways, like it's just it doesn't matter what you do. And it's like LA Knight, I like LA Knight, but you know the championship, like you know, it's like the championship contendership for on a SmackDown. There's a lot of potential people there, but there's no real push for it. So LA Knight was kind of thrown in the mix. Yes, he does deserve it, but he was just thrown in by word of mouth. So you know, I just feel like it's not really showing the best that the product can have. Not that LA Knight is the best; he's amazing, but I'm just saying it doesn't show like what that championship. The drive, like, okay, what kind of tournaments we having for this championship? What kind of battles are we like? Where's the number one contender matches? Like, no, it's just like this happened. Okay, now you're the number one contender. So I just feel like we need to do a little bit more with that title and like let that title get more TV time. You know, Roman Reigns could take as long as he wants off. I personally like Roman Reigns, but people might think I don't like him, but I do because the thing is, I like him. I just don't like him being champion if he's never going to be there. I'm not a big fan of absentee champions. You know, so. I do think that they should let LA Knight have this victory and just let him lose it in 2 months to Reigns again, so then they can do the whole Cody thing. Because it wouldn't make sense for Cody and LA Knight to fight. And I think that Cody doesn't need to start talking about the championship belt until closer to Royal Rumble anyway, right? So that's what I'm gonna say that should happen. But I know Roman Reigns is gonna win, and that really does kind of conclude my story for my review, my predictions for Crown Jewel 2023. Now. Like I said before, I do think that they need to start pulling the trigger a little bit more on some of these stories. And if like you're gonna hold off on them, don't make the title be held hostage for that. You know, like I don't like that this title is held hostage for the bloodline story. That's really bad. And you know, and a Cody story too. But I like Cody, by the way, I do. But I just think that we shouldn't hold the title hostage. Like other people can win. You know, I understand that would be bigger if he beats like Roman Reigns, that the Roman Reigns will go all those records. But then we know Cody Rhodes is not going to break the record too, and I don't even think I want him to. Not that I don't like him, I just don't think we need to have super long reigns all the time. I do like how they did back in the 90s, where it was like people were coming and going. I mean, for freak's sake, Austin and Rock would lose a title sometimes in like less than 2 months. You know, like that was cool. You know, and I think that it made the title feel competitive. You know, yes, I'm not gonna lie, less frequent matches make it feel bigger. But at the same time, like, not at all. Then it's just like, what's the point of going for the prize? You know, so that's pretty much my thoughts on that. Anyway, if you did like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm always happy if you want to share as well. And with that being said, I am going to end this video. I'm really looking forward to watching Crown Jewel tomorrow on my time. And I really hope you guys enjoy it. And I hope to see you guys soon. I'm going to try to do some more gaming videos soon. It's just been, it really sucks because October was really a really wild month for me, unfortunately. So I haven't really got to get as much. And that's like literally the month to do horror gaming. But literally, I just didn't get to it with everything I was going through at so I just couldn't get to it. But I'm gonna try. I'm still trying to see if I can get the Spider-Man game, but like cash is tight, unfortunately, so that's not easy. Because I really want to get the new one and start playing that, as well as I want to get Super Mario Wonder. I'm gonna try to get one of them, either the middle or the end of the month, but no promises there. Obviously, I'm always gonna be late to the party. This is why my channel's not big, right? But even then, like, I don't know. Like I said, I still feel like I'm shadow banned. But anyway, that's going to conclude this video. Thank you so much, guys. My Pickles and Picklets. I hope to talk to you guys soon. And Spontaneous Pickle this out. See ya.